Hey warrior, life isn't trying to break you. It's waiting to see if you'll shatter first. Every single day, moments creep in like thieves at midnight, attempting to steal your tranquility. A careless word spoken, an unexpected delay, the silent judgment from someone's eyes. These aren't meant as personal attacks. They're simply tests. The world keeps challenging you to maintain your peace when everything around demands an emotional reaction. Will you let it claim victory, or will you remain unshaken? Most people live as though their emotional state belongs to anyone who reaches for it. They freely surrender their calm to the first person who irritates them. Their moods swing like an unhinged door, wide open for anyone to enter and disturb. But Stoicism presents a different path. Your mind stands as your fortress. Your tranquility is your personal possession, and nobody, regardless of how loud, disrespectful, or incorrect they may be, should possess the ability to storm in and seize it. Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor, once stated, "You hold power over your mind, not over external events." Grasp this truth and you'll discover genuine strength. This isn't merely an appealing sentence to read. It functions as an essential survival tool in our loud, disordered world. When you safeguard your calm, you're not growing cold or emotionless. You're becoming unshakable. Consider this carefully. If you allow every driver, every detractor, every difficult day to dictate your feelings, you're essentially living as a puppet, manipulated by invisible strings. The instant you become angry according to someone else's schedule, you've surrendered the keys to your inner sanctuary. That isn't freedom. That's mental enslavement. The Stoics viewed life as a relentless storm. You cannot halt the wind. You cannot calm the waves. But you can master steering your vessel so it remains intact. In our current world, the storm might arrive as a sarcastic comment, a fear-inducing news headline, or a social media post deliberately crafted to provoke you. The principle remains unchanged. Calm serves as your anchor. Lose it, and you drift aimlessly. Guard it, and you endure. Modern existence won't reveal this truth to you directly. Calm isn't something you're born with, some personality trait. It's a skill requiring consistent training. The Stoics didn't awaken each morning naturally immune to irritation. They practiced relentlessly. They reminded themselves daily that while others' actions fall outside their control, their responses remain theirs to direct. You can observe this reality in life's tiniest moments. Someone interrupts while you're speaking. You could retaliate sharply, or you could breathe deeply, pause momentarily, and choose to respond according to your own timing. Someone makes a poor decision affecting you. You could simmer in resentment, or you could direct your attention toward what comes next rather than what's already passed. The contrast between these two reactions represents the difference between losing yourself to the world's chaos and remaining steady regardless of circumstances. The 12 Stoic principles you're about to discover aren't abstract concepts. They function as daily shields you can carry everywhere, practical tools tested throughout thousands of years of human struggle. Each one provides an instrument for preserving your calm, avoiding entanglement in others' disorder, and living with strength rather than feeling scattered. The reality is that people frequently anticipate your reaction because reactions grant them control. When you withhold reaction, you bewilder them. You strip away their influence. That's why a composed person radiates quiet intimidation. They simply cannot be manipulated. You'll observe something peculiar once you begin living this way. Your days feel lighter. Problems diminish in size. You come to understand that the loudest elements surrounding you, criticism, gossip, troubling news, actually possess no power without your involvement. You cease living as a hostage to circumstances and begin living as the commander of your own consciousness. Within that transformation, you'll discover a profound freedom most people never experience. So as we examine each principle, reflect on your own life, not merely as it currently exists, but as it could become if nothing could disturb your equilibrium. Imagine the sensation of awakening each day knowing you could confront any situation while maintaining your center. That's precisely what we're constructing here. Enduring calm. Elizabeth Kenny once wrote, "Whoever angers you conquers you." Let's ensure nobody conquers you. If you're prepared to protect your tranquility regardless of circumstances, type in the comments, "My calm is my power." Before we proceed, ensure you like this video, share it with someone who needs it, subscribe to the channel, and most importantly, don't skip any portion of this content. Each principle builds upon the previous one, and missing even a single one could determine whether you lose your calm or preserve it permanently. Number 1. Protect your mind. Your mind represents your most precious asset. If you surrender it to negativity, fear, or anger, everything else in your existence will begin deteriorating. Yet most individuals protect their finances, their homes, and their reputation more diligently than they protect their own thinking. Consider your mind as a garden. Without protection, weeds will emerge, unwanted, unsightly, and challenging to remove. Those weeds represent harmful ideas, toxic influences, and self-destructive convictions. You cannot prevent every seed from landing in your garden, but you can prevent it from establishing roots. The Stoic philosopher Seneca once observed, "We suffer more in imagination than in reality." His meaning was that much of our mental anguish originates not from actual events, but from what we allow to replay in our thoughts. Without guarding your mind, your imagination will transform a single difficulty into an endless source of suffering. Protecting your mind begins with questioning, what am I permitting entry? Every discussion, every headline, every piece of gossip represents a potential seed. Some will develop into wisdom and courage. Others will grow into fear and bitterness. The decision about which ones remain belongs entirely to you. Here are 3 straightforward methods for guarding your mind daily. 1. Manage your inputs. The news you consume, the videos you watch, and the people you listen to either strengthen you or exhaust you. Restrict sources that feed you panic or irritation. Invest more time with material offering clarity, hope, and perspective. 2. Filter your internal dialogue. We all possess an inner voice. Allowing it to run wild with self-criticism will demolish your calm. Instead, nourish it with thoughts grounded in truth and resilience. Tell yourself, this situation will pass, or, I've managed worse previously. 3. Pause before absorbing ideas. Not every opinion deserves space in your consciousness. Listen, but don't internalize unless it benefits you. Even the Stoics listened to criticism, yet they determined for themselves whether it merited keeping. Guarding your mind doesn't mean isolating yourself from the world. It means engaging with the world according to your conditions. You hear, but you select what to retain. You observe, but you choose what to accept. This is how you prevent strangers, headlines, and even minor frustrations from robbing your peace. When this becomes habitual, you'll notice transformation. People's moods will no longer dictate yours. The urgency of troubling news won't unsettle you. And the world's constant noise will begin feeling distant, like waves breaking on a faraway shore. The unguarded mind responds to everything. The guarded mind selects its response. Comment, my mind, my fortress, if you commit to fiercely protecting your thoughts. Music. Number 2. Delay before responding. Speaking too quickly represents one of the easiest ways to lose your calm. A hasty response can become an enduring regret. Once words escape your mouth, retrieval is impossible. And they possess the capacity to shatter trust, harm relationships, and worsen situations. The Stoics understood this, which is why they practiced the art of pausing. Before reacting, they breathed, observed the circumstance, and asked themselves whether their words would help or harm. Zeno of Citium, Stoicism's founder, stated, "Better to stumble with the feet than with the tongue." That single sentence contains a lifetime of wisdom. A physical stumble may cause momentary pain. A verbal stumble can create scars lasting years. Waiting before answering doesn't require permanent silence. It means granting yourself sufficient space to select your words thoughtfully. If someone insults you, waiting several seconds can prevent you from firing back something regrettable. If someone poses a complex question, waiting enables you to provide a considered rather than reactive response. When emotions intensify, the brain typically suppresses its rational functions. Anger, fear, or embarrassment commandeers the driver's seat, pushing your thinking mind aside. By pausing, you allow your rational mind opportunity to return before speaking. The pause also communicates a silent message. You're not governed by the moment's urgency. You control your own timing. This explains why composed people appear confident. They don't rush to defend themselves or prove points. They take their time. You can practice this in everyday life. When someone asks something, breathe before answering. If a text message disturbs you, wait minutes or hours before replying. If someone pressures you for a decision, request time to consider. This brief delay frequently reveals something significant. Many situations actually require no immediate response at all. Some even resolve themselves without your involvement. Waiting before answering also allows you to examine your motivations. Are you about to speak merely to win, merely to protect your ego? Or are you speaking to genuinely help, solve, or clarify? The Stoics would suggest that if pride alone motivates you, remaining silent serves better. This practice will not only spare you unnecessary conflict but also earn you respect. People trust those who don't speak thoughtlessly. And when they observe you responding calmly instead of exploding, they recognize they cannot control you through pressure or provocation. The world moves rapidly and craves instant reactions. But calm resides in the space between what happens and what you choose to say. The larger that gap, the more unshakable your peace becomes. If you choose to think before speaking, comment, I pause, I think, I answer with calm. Number 3, view problems as conditioning. Most people regard problems as life's interruptions. Something breaks, someone disappoints you, plans unravel, and you think, why now? Why me? But the Stoics reversed this thinking entirely. They viewed problems as conditioning for the mind and spirit. If you only trained your body during comfortable times, you'd never grow stronger. The same principle applies to your mind. Strength develops through resistance, not ease. Every challenge presents an opportunity to sharpen your self-control, your patience, and your capacity for maintaining calm. Musonius Rufus, a Roman Stoic teacher, declared, "No person is free who lacks self-mastery." And mastery doesn't develop in comfort. It develops when you're tested. Reflect on your most recent frustrating experience, a delayed flight, a rude customer, a broken appliance. At the time, it felt like a problem. But through the Stoic lens, it was practice. Each obstacle served as conditioning for your patience and resilience. When you interpret problems as training, they lose much of their power to disturb you. Instead of feeling that life opposes you, you recognize that life is preparing you. Every delay teaches patience. Every argument teaches better listening. Every setback teaches persistence. This isn't about enjoying hardship. It's about utilizing it. Imagine a boxer who only trains when motivated. He'll be destroyed when an actual fight arrives. But a boxer who trains against resistance, even when exhausted, will be prepared for anything. The same applies to you. Small daily problems represent your mental sparring sessions. They prepare you for larger storms life inevitably brings. Here's how to apply this perspective. Change the question. Instead of asking, why me, ask, what is this training me for? Notice your progress. Examine challenges from your past that once shattered your calm. Observe how you handle similar situations better today. That's evidence of growth. Treat frustration as a skill-building opportunity. Each time you maintain composure during a small problem, you strengthen it for larger ones. The Stoics also understood that problems reveal character. Anyone can remain calm on smooth roads, but your genuine character emerges when the road becomes rough. If you lose your calm at the first bump, you're unprepared. But with training, you'll remain steady regardless of surrounding turbulence. Next time a problem emerges, remind yourself it's not merely a disruption. It's a test, a practice, and an opportunity for strengthening. You're not this moment's victim. You're the student, and the lesson will serve you throughout life. If you're prepared to grow stronger through life's challenges, say, every problem is training for my strength. Number 4, anticipate difficulties. One of the quickest paths to losing calm is believing life should proceed smoothly. That belief sets you up for perpetual frustration because reality disproves it daily. The Stoics avoided this trap by anticipating trouble, not from negativity but from realism. They understood the world contains imperfect people, unpredictable events, and moments defying plans. If you know storms approach, you don't panic when clouds appear. You're already prepared. Epictetus expressed it simply: when you're about to leave your house, remind yourself that you may encounter cold, heat, rain, unpleasant company, selfishness. This isn't pessimism. It's mental armor. Starting your day knowing you might face rudeness, delays, or problems means you're prepared for them. And when they occur, they don't steal your calm. They simply confirm what you already anticipated. This principle applies to both small and significant matters. If you expect traffic, you won't grow angry when stuck in it. You planned accordingly. If you expect some people to misunderstand you, their criticism stings less. You saw it coming. Expecting trouble doesn't mean wanting it. It means accepting it as life's natural component. And this acceptance prevents shock or imbalance when challenges appear. Here's how to practice this. 1. Begin your day with brief mental forecasting. Imagine minor inconveniences and how you'll respond calmly. This transforms them into practice rather than surprises. 2. Mentally rehearse patience. Consider potential conflicts beforehand. Plan to pause, breathe, and respond wisely. 3. Accept others' humanity. People will forget, fail, and frustrate you. That's inherent in shared existence. When you expect trouble, you stop wasting energy wishing the world were different. You accept it as it is, then focus on what you control, your own reaction. Think of an experienced traveler. They don't scream when flights delay. They've witnessed it before. They calmly adjust and continue. That's the same mindset you can adopt toward life. You've seen storms before and will again, but you've also survived them every time. And here's the secret. Once you become accustomed to expecting some trouble, you start noticing many days exceed your expectations. That extra goodness feels like a gift rather than something taken for granted. Calm isn't built by hoping for perfect days. It's built by preparing for imperfect ones. Number 5, don't surrender your peace. Your peace resembles a candle flame. It illuminates your mind, warms your spirit, and brightens surrounding space. But if you hand that candle to everyone you encounter, don't be surprised when it extinguishes. The truth is, most people surrender their peace far too easily. A rude comment, peace vanishes. A minor delay, peace vanishes. Someone disagrees, peace vanishes. Before you realize it, you're allowing strangers, traffic, and headlines to control your mood. The Stoics considered this among humanity's greatest errors. Your peace isn't public property. It's your personal treasure. Seneca stated, "A wise person finds contentment within themselves and doesn't require others' approval." If you need everyone's approval, your peace will always depend on them. But if your peace originates internally, nothing external can remove it without your consent. The crucial word is consent. Nobody can make you angry or stressed without your agreement to participate. They can offer chaos, but you decide whether to accept it. This is where self-control transforms into power. When you stop allowing others to drag you into their emotional tempests. Consider it this way. Imagine someone offers you a gift, but you don't accept it. Who still possesses it? Them. Insults function identically. If you don't accept them, they remain with the person who threw them. Here are 3 methods for protecting your peace. 1. Identify your triggers. If certain topics, people, or situations typically disturb you, prepare yourself before encountering them. 2. Respond rather than react. A reaction is immediate and emotional. A response is measured and deliberate. Always aim for the latter. 3. Maintain perspective. Ask yourself, will this matter next week, next month, next year? Most things won't. When you stop surrendering your peace, people may find you harder to provoke. That's because you've become unpredictably strong. You're no longer dancing to their rhythm. Some might even accuse you of being distant or cold, but you're not. You're simply living on your terms, not theirs. Over time, this self-possession becomes magnetic. People gravitate toward those maintaining calm amid chaos because it's so rare. And more importantly, you begin feeling unshakable, as though nobody can drag you into drama unless you willingly enter. This isn't about avoiding people. It's about avoiding unnecessary battles. Life presents enough genuine challenges without expending energy on insignificant matters. When you understand your peace exceeds any argument's worth, you stop trading it for small, temporary victories. You realize calm represents the greatest triumph of all. Comment, peace is priceless, to remind yourself that your calm belongs exclusively to you. Number 6, ask, will this matter later? One of the fastest ways to preserve calm is measuring problem size against your life scope. Most things upsetting us feel enormous in the moment but shrink to near nothingness with time. The Stoics understood perspective equals power. They recognized most worries are temporary storms passing through. That's why they trained themselves to step back and ask, will this matter tomorrow? Will it matter next month? Will it matter at life's end? Marcus Aurelius advised, when irritated, consider whether the thing deserves your anger. This doesn't mean ignoring everything. Some issues genuinely matter and deserve attention. But much of life's frustrations, traffic jams, snide remarks, small mistakes simply won't matter long term. Asking this question during heated moments accomplishes two things. 1. It slows you down. You shift from emotional reaction to logical thinking. 2. It shrinks the problem. What feels like a wall before you might be merely a speed bump viewed from distance. Here's how to use it. When someone cuts you off in traffic, ask, will I even remember this next week? When a coworker irritates you, ask, will this moment alter my life's course? When frustrated with yourself, ask, will I care about this mistake when I'm older? Most times, the answer will be no. And with that answer, you liberate yourself from wasting energy on it. This question also aids relationships. Small arguments and misunderstandings often assume excessive weight in our minds. But when you zoom out and recognize they won't matter later, you can release them more easily, avoiding unnecessary conflict. The Stoics lived with acute awareness of life's brevity. They knew they lacked time to be consumed by things insignificant in the bigger picture. They reserved their energy for what truly counted. Integrity, courage, kindness, purpose. Next time anger or frustration rises, pause. Imagine yourself viewing this moment a year from now. Will you care? Will it have altered your life? If not, release it. This isn't about avoiding responsibility. It's about refusing to grant small things power to disturb your peace. The more you practice this, the lighter your days become. You'll notice most worldly noise doesn't deserve your attention. And within that clarity, you'll discover strength to focus on what genuinely matters. Number 7, embrace small difficulties. Calm isn't built in comfort. It's built through challenge. If you only pursue ease, you train yourself to panic when life grows difficult. But by regularly choosing small, hard things, you grow stronger, tougher, and harder to unsettle. The Stoics practiced this through voluntary discomfort. They intentionally accepted challenges even when unnecessary, ensuring real hardship would never catch them unprepared. Seneca wrote, set aside certain days to be content with minimal provisions, coarse clothing, asking yourself, is this what I feared? By doing small hard things, whether waking earlier than preferred, exercising when you'd rather rest, speaking up when uncomfortable, or saying no when yes is easier, you train your mind to handle discomfort without losing calm. Here's why this works. 1. You expand your comfort zone. Every small challenge increases your capacity for handling larger ones. 2. You break fear's grip. When you willingly face difficulty, fear loses control. 3. You develop self-trust. You begin believing in your ability to handle whatever arrives. You needn't tackle extreme challenges immediately. The Stoics believed even small daily discipline repetitions build a powerful mind. This might mean taking cold showers, choosing healthier meals when craving junk, leaving your phone elsewhere for an hour, walking instead of driving short distances. These small self-control acts become shields. When unexpected difficulties arrive, you don't collapse because you've been training for this. You know discomfort is survivable, sometimes even beneficial. The best part, when you voluntarily do hard things, life's involuntary hardships feel less overwhelming. You're not meeting discomfort for the first time. You're greeting an old acquaintance. The Stoics didn't seek suffering for its own sake. They sought strength. And strength comes from stretching limits, not staying within them. Modern life attempts to make everything maximally easy. But comfort, while pleasant, can make you fragile. Small hard things keep you sharp, prepared, and steady. So start small. Choose one thing today feeling slightly uncomfortable and do it purposefully. Then observe your confidence grow. Not because life becomes easier, but because you become stronger. Number 8, release insults. Holding on to insults represents one of the fastest ways to lose calm. When someone says something rude or unfair, your initial instinct might be to clutch that hurt and replay it repeatedly. But this merely empowers words that deserve no such power. The Stoics taught insults resemble arrows. You needn't catch them. You can let them fall harmlessly instead of holding them inside. Epictetus said, "It's not what happens to you, but your reaction that matters." This means the insult itself doesn't disturb you. Your choice to be disturbed does. You control whether a rude word becomes a wound or merely noise. Holding insults turns your mind into a battlefield. You replay words, imagine comebacks, or feel bitterness. But none of this changes the insult. It only traps you in the moment and steals your peace. Instead, practice releasing insults like leaves floating down a river. Notice the insult, acknowledge it, then release it. This doesn't mean ignoring disrespect or accepting bad behavior. It means you don't grant the insult power over your inner calm. Here are ways to practice releasing insults. 1. Remember, insults reveal more about the insulter than you. People often insult from their own pain or insecurity. 2. Focus on your values, not their words. If you know yourself and what you stand for, insults can't shake your identity. 3. Use silence as a shield. Sometimes the best response is no response. Silence can protect your peace and demonstrate strength. When you refuse to carry insults mentally, you become untouchable. People lose power to hurt you because you don't surrender it. This habit takes time. The initial sting is natural, but the more you practice, the more freedom you gain. You'll find peace grows each time you let an insult pass without holding on. The Stoics weren't indifferent. They deeply valued justice and respect, but they chose not to surrender their calm to undeserving insults. Number 9. Direct energy toward what you can influence. The most peaceful mental space you can inhabit is the realm of control, where you invest energy only in what you can actually change. When you waste time worrying about things beyond your control, your calm rapidly fades. The Stoics mastered this concept. They divided life into 2 categories, things we control and things we cannot. They chose to focus solely on their own thoughts, actions, and choices because that's where genuine power resided. Epictetus said, "Make best use of what's in your power and accept the rest as it happens." This simple statement maps the path to calm. When you focus on what you can do, you stop spinning frustration circles about what you cannot. Here's how to implement this. 1. Identify your control circle. When facing problems, list which parts you can influence and which you cannot. 2. Take action on what's within your control. Direct your energy toward those actions, however small. 3. Accept what you cannot change. Release the urge to fix the unfixable or worry about the unpredictable. Imagine worrying about weather before a picnic. You cannot change rain, but you can pack an umbrella or choose another day. When you act on what you can, you feel more grounded and less anxious. This mindset helps with relationships, work, health, and every life dimension. Instead of obsessing over others' opinions, you focus on your own behavior. Instead of fearing the future, you prepare for what you can influence. The world contains countless things beyond your control: traffic, others' choices, natural events. But your calm depends on remembering this truth. Your power resides in your response, not the event. When you live here, peace becomes your default state, not a fleeting visitor. I want you to share this affirmation in comments. I focus on what I can control and release the rest. Number 10. Choose your companions wisely. Your peace is profoundly shaped by those you spend time with. Surround yourself with negativity, drama, or constant complaining, and calm becomes nearly impossible. Conversely, good company can elevate you, soothe you, and remind you of what truly matters. The Stoics recognized community's power and carefully selected their associates. They understood that your companions shape your thoughts, habits, and emotions. Epictetus said, "Connect with people likely to improve you." This isn't about judging others but protecting your mind. When you spend time with calm, thoughtful, positive individuals, you naturally absorb those qualities. Their calm becomes contagious. Here's how to maintain good company. 1. Seek those demonstrating self-control and kindness. These qualities foster peaceful atmospheres. 2. Limit time with energy-draining individuals. Not everyone will support your calm, and that's acceptable. 3. Engage in conversations that strengthen you. Avoid gossip, endless complaining, or negativity dragging you down. Good company also means becoming someone others want around. When you develop your own calm, patience, and kindness, you not only protect your peace but also create peace for those nearby. Remember, calm isn't merely personal achievement. It's a gift you share with your community. Choose your company thoughtfully, and your calm will strengthen daily. Number 11. Inhabit the present moment. Distraction ranks among calm's greatest enemies. Worrying about past or stressing about future, when your mind gets stuck in what if or if only, peace becomes elusive. The Stoics taught that genuine calm comes from fully inhabiting the present. Seneca said, "True happiness means enjoying the present without anxious dependence on the future." Living in the now means accepting life exactly as it is right now, not as you wish it were. It means directing energy toward what you're doing this moment instead of being pulled away by regrets or fears. Here's how to practice present moment living. 1. Notice when your mind drifts to past or future. Gently guide attention back to now. 2. Focus on breath or senses. Feel air, hear sounds, notice details around you. This anchors you to the present. 3. Engage fully in your current task. Whether working, conversing, or simply walking, give it complete attention. When you inhabit the now, you free yourself from unnecessary worries. Problems feel smaller because anxiety about what might happen no longer magnifies them. You respond instead of reacting, calmly and clearly. Remember, the past has vanished and the future remains unknown. What you have is this moment, and how you choose to live it shapes both your calm and your life. Number 12. Remember life's brevity. One of the deepest motivations for never losing calm is awareness that life is short. Worry, anger, and frustration consume precious time you could spend peacefully. Marcus Aurelius reminded himself, "Don't act as if you'll live 10,000 years. Death hovers over you. While you live, while it's within your power, be good." This awareness isn't meant to frighten you. It's meant to liberate you. When you recognize your time's brevity, you begin caring less about minor annoyances and more about what truly matters. Consider how many daily moments are wasted on anger or stress over things undeserving of your energy. Imagine replacing that with calm and clarity instead. Remembering life is short encourages faster forgiveness, releasing grudges, and not sweating small stuff. It helps you focus on kindness, gratitude, and meaningful actions. Living with this perspective makes calmer choices that honor your time and spirit. You don't want to reach life's end wishing you'd been less angry and more peaceful. So when life attempts to pull you into chaos, remind yourself your time is limited. Hold your calm as your most valuable possession. I want you to share this affirmation in comments. I honor my life by choosing calm every day. In a world often feeling loud and chaotic, calm represents your greatest power. It's neither weakness nor silence. It's strength and clarity. The 12 Stoic principles we've explored are tools helping you build that calm step by step, day by day. Remember, the world craves your reaction. But your peace belongs exclusively to you. By guarding your mind, pausing before answering, viewing problems as training, anticipating trouble, protecting your peace, focusing on what matters, and living fully in the present, you become unshakable. The Stoics taught that calm is a choice, not something happening to you, but something you create. And when you choose calm, you don't merely survive life's storms, you grow stronger through them. So don't allow anyone or anything to steal your peace. Your calm is your power. Protect it fiercely and live with the quiet strength that comes only from a mind at peace. If this message has touched you, please like, comment, share, and subscribe to support the channel. Don't skip any portions because each principle builds upon the previous. Let's grow calm and strong together. I want you to share this final affirmation in comments. Calm wins and I choose calm every day.